So as I was just saying, we as a class and as you guys are going to use the actual text that we have already read called The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. We've already read this. We just did. We answered these questions, and we even answered a third question. There were about 5 pages of this. I also included, when we did it, we read even before it, the end part of his text, and that was also part of the narrative of life of Frederick Douglass. So some of you, if not all of you now, have the papers in front of you, and you have this as well, and you kind of see that you guys are going to pull your words from this and from this to find the words that you want to use for your found poetry. Now, it's going to look a little bit different than the magazines, again, because we're not using magazines, we're using the text cutouts. You can do this a variety of ways. If you are doing it online, okay, I have all the resources for you. I'm going to quickly go to that so you can see. So in your modules, you scroll down to where it says Module Week 11115. That's this week. It says Poetry Project Task. Go ahead and click it. You will see that the videos that we're watching are right here, and the videos of me will also be here. And the instructional task that I just went over and looked at is right here, okay? And you can access this. If you have a printer at home, you can print this out, but it's yours if you're virtual only. Then if this isn't clear, you can click the link here, and it's the same thing, but it's in a bigger format because it's in an actual Google Doc, okay? But again, I will keep going and go over this shortly. The resources for you that I was holding up for people that are actually here, they're all right here, okay? So you can use this, highlight over it because this is yours, and highlight the words that you want to use. So let's say you want to use the word ages. Highlight it, and that would be one of your words that you would want it to highlight, okay? I didn't highlight it. There we go. So now you have ages highlighted. You want maybe within my knowledge to keep their slaves. You want to use that potentially in your poem because those are the words, again, that you're trying to find. Then highlight that, okay? I'm going to take my highlights out so they are not there for everybody. None. Okay. So that is for my virtual students, and my students also, if you're working at home and you need extra resources and you have a printer, you can print these things out. So that's resource 1, and the resource 2 was the one I also showed that looks like this, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the next video that is more directed to us of how to actually do the found poetry with text, not necessarily with magazines.
Hi, I will give you a step-by-step instruction on how to create your own found poem. First, I'm going to model how to extract and reorder bits and pieces of existing literature, ultimately presenting it as a new found poem. I will be using pages 21 and 22 from The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This is a memoir I'm currently reading with the 10th grade English class. After you follow along with my instructions, you will be set to try it on your own. All right, so you see, for simplicity's sake, I have gone ahead and made a copy of pages 21 and 22. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be spending some time reading these 2 pages and kind of getting an idea for any content that I might want to pull out and put into a new found poem.
Okay, so I'm going to stop her there because this is basically kind of what you're going to do. So you're going to look at, your page, okay? You got the text right here. And you're going to think about how she highlights different words to think about different images, different word choices, vivid words, words that create impact, also words that she might need for sentence structures. She's going to highlight them, and that's kind of how you're going to do the same thing.
All right, so now I'm just going to highlight some lines or words and phrases that stand out to me. So the desert. Let's see, dry, crackling heat. That's really good imagery. Turquoise and garnets. I love that. There were, without warning, batches of dust devils.
Think about the images she's highlighting.
Saguaros and prickly pears. Yep, I think that's good. All right, so I've got my highlighted phrases and words. And what you'll see on the next slide is that I have